Hi, my name is Kartik Dang, and in this presentation, we will be discussing about my life plan and my life journey. Navigating the discover, invent, and deliver phases in my ILDP. Each phase of the discover, invent, and deliver framework shaped my individual learning development plan and strengthened my leadership brand. So, in the discover phase, I focused on self reflection and career clarity. Through my journey map, I explored my key life experiences and their emotional impact. I identified my ikigai, balancing passion, skills, career, and opportunities. So in Discover Phase 2, I evaluated my life pillars, that is work, play, love, and health, that helped me assess alignment with my goals. Work view and life view reflections clarified my motivations, while mind mapping visually connected my career possibilities. This phase deepened my self awareness and leadership identity. In the invent phase, I transitioned from self reflection to structured career exploration. I worked on ODC planning, gaining clarity on multiple career paths, and identifying HR management, legal compliance, and stand up comedy as my key options. I conducted individual research and engaged in prototype conversations with HR professionals and mentors, refining my career trajectory. I also explored future prototype experiences such as shadowing a senior HR manager to gain real world exposure. This phase reinforced my ability to plan, research, and test my career options. In the invent phase 1, I did the Odyssey planning that helped me visualize multiple career options, and I created different paths based on my interest. In plan 1, I see myself working in the direction of becoming an HR and collecting the certificates that are required. If plan 1 doesn't work, my second plan is to move back to legal and compliance industry. In this, I see myself as learning more about anti-money laundering laws and data privacy laws. And this is my crazy plan where I see myself taking up a career in stand up comedy. And I think through this plan, I have learned that this is my calling in life. I see myself trying my set in open mics, and if everything goes according to plan, I see myself having my own comedy special shows on TV and on Netflix. This ODC life design plan has helped me compare different paths I can take in life and provided clarity on my long term goals. In Invent 2, I explored how to step into HR roles and gain relevant experiences. My research strategy involved reviewing online resources, attending workshops, and networking with HR professionals. I identified key entry points such as internships, volunteering, and obtaining HR certificates. Additionally, I discovered that engaging with the HR leaders and managers could help me acquire leadership skills. This research provided me with a structured step by step plan, which made me feel more confident about my career path. Prototyping allowed me to refine my approach in a risk free environment, and overall, my plan aligns well with my long term HR career goals. For my prototype conversations, I interviewed an experienced HR manager from my previous company, that is Wipro Limited, to gain real world insights into HR management roles. The conversations covered essential skills, common industry challenges, and strategies for a career growth. A key takeaway was the importance of employee engagement and the challenges HR professionals face due to limited resources. I also visualized a typical day in HR role focusing on communication and conflict resolution. This interview provided me with a better understanding of HR functions and engagement strategies, reinforcing my belief that I am on the right path. The discussion increased my confidence in my career plan and confirmed that my goals align with the realities of the HR industry. So, in my prototype experiences, I pursued hands on opportunities to prepare for HR management roles. I plan to shadow HR professionals, organize a conflict resolution camp, and expand my network through professors and past HR contacts. These efforts clarified my path and gave me actionable steps towards gaining relevant experience. My HR aspirations align with my background in conflict resolution and making my plan both practical and focused. Together, the research, interviews, and prototype experiences strengthen my confidence by offering industry insights and a clear roadmap for achieving my HR career goals. So, the deliver phase focused on structural learning and skill applications. I created 5-year plans for each ODC life plan, identifying my key skills needed for each career path. Using the 70-20-10 model, I balanced self education, that is 10%, mentorship 20%, and hands on application 70% to develop expertise in HR strategy, leadership, and Excel forecasting. I set smart learning goals and dedicated 20 hours to mastering Excel forecasting, improving through mentor feedback and self correction. Continuous self reflection using the HIHF model kept me on track. This process strengthened my leadership brand, making me a strategic, adaptable, and result driven leader with a structured approach to career growth and development. So, in ODC Plan 1, I aim to grow in HR management, starting as an HR intern and advancing to senior HR manager in 5 years. Initially, I will focus on communication, onboarding, and HR software, progressing to conflict resolution, diversity initiatives, and strategic planning. By year 4, I will enhance my decision making skills, and year 5, I'll specialize in organizational management, leadership, and analytics to prepare for senior roles. So for ODC Plan 2, if HR doesn't work out, I will pursue legal and compliance, moving from legal intern to manager in MNC. I will develop skills in contract drafting, compliance laws, and corporate governance, earning certification in data privacy, anti-money laundering laws, and by year 5, I will specialize in corporate law and executive level training, preparing for leadership and compliance. So for my ODC Plan 3, I would pursue stand-up comedy, starting as an aspiring comedian, growing into a touring performer. I will master public speaking, writing, and performance, progressing to longer sets, comedy writing, and international tours. By year 5, I aim to own a comedy show, mastering monetizing strategies and negotiating deals with platforms like Netflix. So for the deliver phase 2, I am focusing on three key skills to enhance my HR expertise, that is forecasting data in Excel, strategic HR management, and leadership and team management. Learning forecasting in Excel will help me predict hiring trends and workforce needs, making data driven HR decisions. Then the strategic HR management will improve my ability to create HR policies, enhance employee engagement, and develop workforce planning strategies. Lastly, leadership and team management is essential for running HR teams effectively, resolving conflicts, and motivating employees. My goal is to progress from a beginner or intermediate level to an advanced level in all of the three areas. So to achieve this, I have structured my learning using the 70-20-10 framework. 10% of my learning involves self-education, where I watch videos, read books, and research industry trends. 20% is focused on partnering with experts, including an Excel mentor, HR mentor, and leadership communities. The largest portion, 70%, is application-based learning, where I practice Excel forecasting, develop real HR strategies, and lead virtual teams. This structured approach ensures that I gain both theoretical knowledge and practical experience, preparing me for leadership roles in HR. Then in Deliver Phase 3, I worked on a 20-hour project. In this, I deconstructed the skill into smaller, manageable tasks. I started by mastering the basic Excel formulas and then creating random data sets to apply forecasting techniques. This approach helped me simplify the learning process and gradually build my expertise. To ensure accuracy, I implemented self learning strategies by watching YouTube tutorials, reading articles, and seeking feedback from my mentor whenever I encountered issue with the formulas or sometimes with the forecasting techniques. Additionally, I removed distractions by following a strict schedule, limiting screen time, and adjusting my sleep routine to maintain focus. Over 4 days, I dedicated 20 hours to practice, dividing my sessions between guided mentorship and independent learning. This structured method allowed me to refine my skills and confidently apply forecasting techniques in Excel. So, for this task, I focused on learning and applying the forecasting technique using Excel, which was a new but very practical skill for me. I started by organizing the historical data and identifying the trends over time. To smooth out the short-term fluctuations and better understand the pattern, I used the 3-month moving average method. I did this using the formula equals to average and then the range in it. That is the range is between E5 to E11. This one. And to calculate the average of this was done to calculate the average of three consecutive months, and then I dragged the formula down to apply it to across the data. After that, I experimented with this one, exponential smoothing, to see how giving more weight to the recent data could help improve the forecast accuracy. For this, I used a data analysis tool pack from here and selected the exponential smoothing and entered a damping factor, that is alpha, that is given over here, based on how responsive I wanted the model to be to the recent changes. To evaluate which forecasting method was more accurate, I calculated the mean absolute deviation and I used the formula of ABS. That is, the ABS equals to this and then actual minus forecast. So actual minus forecast, this minus this, to get the absolute errors. And then the same formula as the previous one, that is average. And then the same one, E5 to E3 to E11 here, and I track the formula again. This was done to find the MAD, mean deviation, mean absolute deviation. This gave me a clear way to compare each method performed against the actual data, and overall this task helped me to understand how forecasting works in a real world setting and how Excel can be a powerful tool for analyzing and predicting trends. So these are my reflections from the activity that we did. In the highlights, I learned a structured life design approach for career growth using ODC plans, the 70-20-10 framework, and prototype experiences. Self-directed learning and HIHF reflection helped align goals and track progress. In the insights, I learned that career planning is iterative. Mentorship, hands-on experience, and feedback accelerates the growth. Time management and focus are key to skill building and better decisions. In the hindsight, I think that starting with a structured plan earlier could have reduced trial and error. Using formal resources would have boosted my HR and legal knowledge sooner. In the foresight, I'll apply that 70-20-10 model across all of my areas using feedback and reflection to grow in HR, leadership, and legal skills for a smarter career decisions. Thank you and have a great day ahead.